Hello and welcome back, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome to Railway Empire. So I've already showed off the campaign of this game and also maybe a little bit of free mode stuff, but today we're going to look at scenarios, which is really cool in this game. The fact that we have a campaign, individual scenarios, the fact that we can build against competitors or just do whatever we want with unlimited money is really cool. So again, Railway Empire, I think it's on PC starting 2018, so you better, or actually December 2017, so you better get this regardless. It'll be a real good one for sure. Actually, it's 2018, so anyway, all that confusion aside, just make sure you check Steam to find out when it's available and how much it is in your region. Let's go to the scenarios here, and of course we're playing with just the US here. That's what's available, and we can go to the east, the south, midwest, all the way to the west. But I think what we're going to do here today is Gold Rush. Big old Gold Rush. So there's apparently a lot of people heading west because the gold has been found in the hills of California, and so we're going to head over there and see if we can make profit on transporting people and gold. Of course, there's other scenarios too, such as black gold or building automobiles and transporting those as well. So let me know what you think would be the most interesting thing to continue on, and let me know if you want to see more. Go crazy down below in that comment section, and just let me know you'd like to see more of this game. Let's get started with some Gold Rush here and see if we can make ourselves some mega millions. I think we'll start, is that San Francisco here? Oh, it is, yeah. San Francisco is our starting city. It looks like we can't change it, so we're required to start here.
Your search is over. You found what you're looking for, partner.
All right, so we can choose the general, who will give us a track construction of 10% lower.
We'll just wrap them all around our little finger.
And it looks like we get 20% discount on all locomotives and auctions. Ooh, wow, we'll get a big bonus to receive discounts on upgrades. That's good.
It doesn't matter what you do, just do it with style.
All right, 5% on higher ticket prices.
There's no way to halt the progress of technology.
Oh, wow. I like this one, actually. Receive the 20% innovation points.
The rest are just gold.
Don't ask questions.
Strong leadership and...
I think we're going to go with the
Seriously
engineer.
Considering these other nitwits, are you?
Perfect. All right, Doc Murphy has a, like Doc Brown. And we'll go with American Central. That's all fine by me. Okay, let's get started. Oh, man, this game is a lot of fun, by the way. I really, truly love building rail lines in this game and making a ton of money, which is basically the two objectives in the game. Build railway, make money. All right, build your first two stations.
Another soldier of fortune. Or are you a businessman with a nose for profitable operations? I imagine many a gold hunter would pay a pretty penny not to have to walk the journey to their claims. Your fancy locomotives will be just the ticket. I have noted down everything you need to know in your task list. Good luck.
All right, so we need to connect San Francisco, Shasta, and Carson City. So let's see where Shasta is. Here's Carson City here, and then where's Shasta? Up here. So we're going to actually build a rail line that goes up around the Rockies. So let's get started by building our train station in San Francisco. There's where the Golden Gate Bridge, by the way, goes across, or at least it will in the future. And I don't see Alcatraz anywhere. Oh, well. All right, let's get started. We got $2 million. We're going to start building our, I guess we'll build our stations first. That'll help us to connect all the rail lines. So let's go ahead and let's see if we can build this. Oh, it has to be within the green circle. Actually, we already have, we have a train station there to start with. Very nice. Okay, so then we just need to connect along the way to make more money. So we'll connect to Sacramento here. And let's see if we can plop that down somewhere nearby. There we go. And then we will go ahead and connect to Shasta as we're asked. And these cities will grow, so that's why we need the extra space. Let's get rid of that there. Those tips are nice, but not at the moment. Shasta's refusing to build because we don't have these two connected. All right, so we got to start one at a time. So we'll start by building our two connections. And it looks like we can also deliver cattle nearby to San Francisco too, and that'll make us some money. So this rail line will go up towards Shasta by going through Sacramento, and then our other one will go near the cattle to make money off that. All right, up this way we go. We do need to make sure we don't build too many high elevated sections here, but it's going to be kind of impossible in some areas of California. All right, our first river crossing. And again, when we're laying out our track this way, it's more of us placing down blueprints for tracks. And so thus, if we don't like this or if we want to build a different way, we can look at our route before we buy it. But really, there's kind of no other way around it. We kind of have to go up here anyway. And of course, I could hug the trees a little bit more to the left. But my idea is eventually to have these two get connected to other trains, requirements down here for trains, such as corn and cattle. And that's something that we need. Not to mention Sacramento we can deliver meat to as well. So we can actually have our train going to two different destinations. So let's pay for this one and buy. Very good. All right. Gold found Norfolk and Carson City. Whoa, boy. They found some gold up in their hills. All right, we got to get to Carson City ASAP. All right, so let's go ahead and connect to... Oh, wait, actually, we want to put down another train station. We want to connect to our cattle ranch down here. We have to be out of the circle for whatever strange reason. And since the train will go either left or right, we'll build it that direction. Perfect. Oh, and the music kicks up. Very nice. Whew! All right, let's go ahead and build our train that goes... wait, is there... Oh, I see. It's cattle there. Is there any other cattle ranch? Nope. Well, there is way down far south. All right, wood breeding will go from here to here. There we go. We want to build a secondary track that connects. Wow, look at them just destroy the earth. Look at that. The crazy constructions for prices for building up the mountain. That's insane. All right, we'll build down here, and we'll have this one go to the other train track. Very nice. So if you love other Tycoon games such as, Transport Fever or Train Fever or even, heck, I would even say Railroad Tycoon 3, this is definitely the game for you. And this is giving me flashbacks to the original Railroad Tycoon 3 mission where you have to kind of build this way too. I don't know if it was related to the Gold Rush, but you definitely had to build like this, and it was awesome. All right, let's connect these two train lines up. We're going to try to deliver to 2 different cities as well. And we're going to need 2 train lines eventually to transport passengers and supplies all the way up towards Carson City. All right, 2 train stations should be connected now. Very nice. All right, we should be able to build our 3rd train station now. So before we even get trains running, let's build another station. And I think we'll build just a regular station up here at Shasta. Hopefully they let us build this time. And they sure did. Okay, so now we got to connect via rail. And this is really fun, building... one thing I remember about the Railroad Tycoon mission, too, is that you were limited on how much track you could build them on. That was really cool. There was like a wood shortage or something because of all the home constructions going on. And so you had to kind of wait a little bit. Oh, this is nice. We're actually building in some actual high territory by mountains. This is really cool. All right, let's build up here towards Shasta. Getting closer. A lot of construction going on here. 123 miles. Whew. California becomes new federal state. All right. 14th of September, 1850. All right. Let's see if that's looking good there. Okay. Looks like we connected that one up nicely. And that connected on the right there. And connected on the left up at the top. Nope, right. Okay, so I did it correctly. All right, very good. Let's connect the remaining tracks. It's going to be best for us to have double lines because eventually we're going to transport a lot on here. Not just the passengers, but also all that cargo you see going back and forth. There's plenty of cargo in the California Valley here. You see all the vegetables, all the fruits, all the cattle. Actually, I don't know if there's vegetables, but there's sugarcane, a few other things that we can transport, and that's going to be really important for us at the start here. Okay, we're connected. All right, so we've spent a little bit of our budget just on train tracks, but I think that's a good initial start here. Let's see if we can connect. Oh, there are vegetables here. The Mason Estate does produce vegetables. Now, it looks like both of these guys also need cattle, so we can actually... I think I can probably bring cattle up here from hill fattening all the way up to wood breeding and transport them that way. So we'll have 2 trains running there. So let's actually connect a train line going down there. Let's connect via a train station to the small station here, or to the breeding section. We'll make a small station. Which way do we want to go? Do we want to go over or around the mountain? I think we'll go... I think it'll be better if we go closer to the river and further away from the ocean. So let's build that here. And our train tracks will continue up. So we'll see trains here in just a moment. We just need to make sure we've got enough track to run them on and to make them profitable. And doing these large stretches of building like that sometimes isn't effective for the budget. The less incline you have, the better for the train speed. But also sometimes it'll look a little strange. And like that, I don't like that. That I don't like. We can make a little bit of an incline. There we go. So you want it to look nice. Ooh, was that a 7% incline there? Ooh, boy. All right, well, so luckily it's 1850, so some of the trains are not, they're not so weak. Let's see how this would connect here. All right, let's do this a little bit differently. And it looks like we've connected up to wood breeding. Perfect. All right, all trains are now connected. We now can start making some money. So we've got to get those trains going. So let's start making our new routes. We've got stations. We'll have to set up signals here in a moment, but we'll do that in time. All right, let's see. So our first passenger service is going to go from San Francisco to Sacramento to Shasta, back to Sacramento, and then back to San Francisco from there. So then we should be able to throw a train on that. So let's go ahead and throw a locomotive on there, the Philadelphia. So let's go ahead and grab that one, and she's rolling. All right, so our first passenger service is now up and rolling. Let's go ahead and start our second train, which we can do via new train, set up train line. We're going to do one from Hill Farm, or Hill Fattening. I don't know why it's called fattening. That's weird. And then down to Wood Breeding. And then we're going to basically deliver more cattle here. So hopefully we... let's see, express goods, freight only. Let's make sure it's... Oh, yeah, you can change it to be... Oh, can you do manual? Oh, that's helpful. And then I don't know how we can actually do that, but we'll make it freight only here as it's delivering. It will be freight no matter what. So it's going to deliver cattle from one section to the other. We need to make sure, actually, that it does a manual loading and unloading. So let's see here. Changes have been made. So how do we exactly add a locomotive here and control what goes on it? Personnel, rail cars... So I want to make sure Hill Fattening only transports cattle from one section to the other. Additionally, we're not done yet here. We need to build a supply tower in order to make sure that our trains do not run out of steam, pardon the pun, as they're going through. Wow, look at that. Oh, it's raining. Wow, big rain cloud passing over. That's cool. We'll build a supply tower there, and we'll build a supply tower here. Very nice. And then since both trains are going to be running to Sacramento, we'll do... let's see, we'll do the San Francisco. We'll upgrade that, make sure that has a repair station so our trains can get maintenance as needed. Breakdown because of the weather one of our trains is having. How do we upgrade this station? We should be able to click on the station. Oh, I'm clicking on the city. There we go. And we'll expand the station. No, not expand the station, but add a maintenance building. There we go. And now we can get some maintenance on our trains. And we'll have to do the same on the other station down here. All right, Hill Fattening should have a train going to it somewhere. There it is. So it needs to bring cattle from the southern section up here. I hope it doesn't bring it back the other way. And I need to stop here and figure out exactly how to do that. Doesn't look like we can actually stop the game. But I want to set up the rail line manage. I want to manage the train. And I don't want it hauling cattle back. I want it only going one way. So how do we make a transfer station? Let's see. Manage train. Last route, all tours, tour balance. Okay, I'm not seeing anything here to manage that. But I want to make sure cattle goes one direction. But it doesn't look like since they accept cattle here, maybe we can't do that necessarily. I want to make a transfer station here in order to deliver cattle from one section to the other. Maybe we're not able to do that, and maybe we'll just have to make a bypass lane. So let's get that sorted. We do have our passenger service train. Let's check on that. How's that doing? Looks like it might be already snaking up here towards Shasta. Yes, it is. It just dropped off passengers, and now it's turning around the other way. Oh, wait, it's actually grabbing more than just that. Oh, I think it's grabbing beer. Oh, they need grain up here at Shasta. And there is a nearby grain farm up here. And we can build that around the mountain to increase our grain output or beer output there. So that should be good. All right, so I'm assuming since wood breeding does not accept cattle, that it will just continue to run back and forth without delivering cattle. So here's what we had best do here. We're going to go ahead, and so we don't run out of cattle, and so we always have a full load, is we're going to make this train, instead of delivering that way, here's what we're going to do. No suitable train cargo available. So, yeah, that makes sense now. So it's all automatic, I see. So now we can go ahead and make a modification to this line. So we'll go ahead and delete wood breeding out of here. And we'll go to Hill Fattening to San Francisco. Then we'll go to wood breeding to Sacramento, and then back to Hill Fattening. So hopefully that'll give the cattle makers enough time to produce the cattle in order to have full train loads going back and forth. If we need additional trains, no problem. We will buy an additional train and make more track as needed. All right, so, and we actually should have another train line going up here, right? Yes, we do. So this train will have to go back to wood breeding, back up here, or vice versa. So we should, I think we have enough lanes in order to get back there, but if we don't, I'll make a correction to that soon. All right, now our first objective, our first tasks here. Actually, we have research ready and available. Oh, we can already get the number 51 Dragon. Let's go with the caboose, and then eventually on to the express trains, which will give us additional passengers for that. And let's go back over to our tasks. We need to transport 200 freight cars, so we are on that with the cattle. Reach a population of 100,000 in Carson City, so we're at 20,000 now. And then we'll move on to getting the gold. So I guess the first and foremost thing is to connect to Carson City so we can start working on those objectives. So let's get started. We can start on the left lane this time, up past the lumber mill. Although there's a huge mountain in front of us. Boy, I think we're gonna have to swing to the left to climb up this one. This is gonna be a big boy. There's an auction for the Dragon, but I'm not necessarily interested in that one just at the very moment. I think we'll get the next... We'll catch the next train. Don't worry. All right, up around. Here we go. And we want to go up towards Carson City, which is right past the grain... Let's actually move this over a little bit. Up past the grain farm up there. All right. So that's very nice, by the way, that you can build and move things. You don't necessarily have to be perfect. And if you want to change your train line, you can until you click the build button. So this will be our main line coming in. Look at that. Look at how it wants to build just these huge... it just wants to build these huge bridges. Really? That's a 13% incline? That doesn't look that big. Wow. All right, well, we'll reform anything that looks bad along here. Some of those inclines are large, but our train should be able to get enough speed to go up and down them, as this is a pretty much straight shot from here to Carson City. All right, let's go ahead and I'm going to actually delete that one. We're going to switch over to building a station now, and we do want a regular train station here. And the cool thing is if you bulldoze these homes, they just move to another section of the city. They just kind of expand over there as if it never existed, which I think is cool. It doesn't cost you... It basically rebuilds the population, so that's kind of cool. It relocates them. All right, so we're going to connect here to the other train depot right there, and we're golden.
A start in the right direction. The first cities are connected to each other.
All right, so we have our first cities connected. Let's see if we can build another train onto it. Add a locomotive, and I love the fact that they put all this time into the maps and all into the to the trains to allow multiple scenarios to be played out, which I think is really awesome. No suitable train for this cargo. We're still having trouble with that, it seems. So we're having let's take a look at that train line again. I may have goofed it up here, so let's make sure that we can make corrections to it as needed. Wait, where'd that train go? There's our passenger service going up north. Where'd our other train go? We better find that one. Manage trains. How do we do that? Let's see here. I'm looking for our train now. I think that's it right there. Oh, it is at the station. Okay. All right, this train is starting to cost us money. Train, what are you doing? Okay, so we want to make sure I've got this set correctly. Well, we can put a security guard on the train as needed. Train, you're costing us some bling bling now. I got to make sure we've got our route set up. It's because it's manual loading. That's why. Freight only. That may be why. I was looking to see if I could manually select what it loaded, but it should be correct now. It's going to go to hill fattening, from there to San Francisco, and then to wood breeding, where it should be able to get to via the tracks. From there, over back on the other side up to Sacramento. So that should be correct. All right, so changes have been made. Oh, the game seems to pause when you're doing that, so that's helpful. Sorry about that, train. We lost out on some cash from that, but that's okay. We got our glorious passenger service already started, and we can actually expand upon it. So let's go ahead and manage yet another train. Let's go ahead and manage the route for this one. And let's see if we can manage the route and add Carson City to our stops. So we will add, let's go ahead and restart everything here. Where are we now? We're at Shasta. So after Shasta, you're now going to go to Carson City, back to Shasta, and then back to Sacramento, and then back to San Francisco. So then it should go San Francisco, Sacramento, Shasta, Carson City, back to Shasta, Sacramento, and San Francisco. So I think we got ourselves a winner. All right, looks like there's a complaint down here for about something. Let's see, the following applies to train stations on loading. Yep, we're good there. Wow, plenty of tips here in this game. Look at all the tips they're giving you. Jeez, man, look at all that. Wells Fargo Bank has built an office, trains running. Yeah, there's plenty of need for passenger service. So that's what we're talking about here. Build stations, yeah, we understand the basics. So we should have our train now heading up here. And I think we probably want to put down another stop, let's see, supply tower. There we go. We'll put that down here. All right, so we should have enough supply for our trains to go back and forth. So where's our trains now? We are looking for our trains. Don't see them anywhere. Where's our main freight train? We should have our... Oh, there we go. Look at that. Finally. Looks like our cattle are being delivered from hill fattening, so that's good. And how much is waiting here? So it looks like 9 more cattle are here. I don't know how much each car holds. Maybe that means 1 full car. So maybe. We'll expand upon that if we need to. All right, our train is broken down here due to possibly maintenance. Look at that thing. It's bringing back a lot of goods. All right, we need to make a we need to make a few areas for the trains to switch at now so we can put more trains on here. So it looks like the one using the left rail line is going to be the most important. It's going to have multiple trains. So let's do this. we're going to make a couple of areas to bypass. I think up here is probably going to be our most important and probably most expensive, but it seems to be the best area to put it at. Oh, I don't want to do 3 train lines here. That's going to be a little spendy. Well, we'll put it here. So let's build out and up this direction. And we'll reconnect up here. Perfect. Okay, so now we should be able to direct traffic this way. So we'll build some signals, and that will allow us to make sure that the trains are going only certain directions here. So this will be the main line going into town. Oh, there we go. And then we want a train coming back. Perfect. Alright, so now we should be able to clone our other train. And it'll be a little while until it can actually bypass. So we might need to make more than one bypass section. We might want to build another one here, just so the trains can more effectively move past each other. Alright, we're getting a little low on funds now, but we should be able to make a lot more money from these bypasses being operational and our trains functioning. And our first objective already complete of unlocking Carson City. So now we're working on our freight, and we're increasing the population to Carson City by building a few more train lines that go up that way. And let's see if we can make an express line maybe that goes from San Francisco directly to Carson City. American Central, new record. Philadelphia hits 34 miles an hour. My God. Luckily we have our researcher here with us, so we're making plenty of time on that. Not enough research points yet, though. Alright, there goes our next train. And there goes our other one going to pick up some more cattle. Should be going towards the city of, or rather the stop of Wood Breeding. And there goes our wonderful train service. Wow, look at that. That is quite an incline, actually, out of San Francisco. All right, we'll clone this train now, if we can. There we go. Another train on the way. So now we should have plenty of bypass trains. Look at how gorgeous this game looks. It's beautiful, these small stations. You can see here it says San Francisco. You can see all the passengers and just cattle and such moving around, or the horses moving things around. It'd be cool if you could see the cattle being loaded onto the trains. That'd be awesome. All right, they're waiting for the train line to clear now. Oh, and one thing I forgot to do. That's why it's not stopping. I forgot to put signals here. So we'll build that right away, too. Got a little ahead of myself. You can't blame me for being excited. We want to get as much money as possible, and we're close to doing that. There goes our train. Alright, so there goes our cattle train. And it looks like our other train is waiting for San Francisco to Sacramento. Should be able to go, though. The train signal is built, so you should be able to go right through. Maybe it needs to trip it or something in order for it to function. Wow, look at that beautiful wood bridge. Though I wish we could build a stone bridge. I don't think we can actually choose our construction or whatnot material. Is this train broken down? Nope. Waiting for San Francisco to Sacramento. You should be able to go. There we go. That one's good to go. So this train's next stop shouldn't be Sacramento. It should be moving on to the next station. It should be moving on to Shasta next. That's strange. Even if we take it off the list, it won't move. Waiting for Sacramento. Alright, let's make sure I've got this set up correctly. This game works a little differently than I'm used to for setting up train lines. So let's make sure we've got everything set here. That should be our meat train, isn't it? San Francisco to Sacramento to Shasta to Carson City, back to Shasta, Sacramento, and San Francisco. Okay, that should be our train line. Alright, looks like our trains are rolling again. Seems to be a signal there. That's them leaving the station, I see. So technically this train should be able to come all the way back and take the right lane. Waiting for San Francisco, Sacramento. Waiting for San Francisco. They seem to be all confused around a little bit. They should be able to They should be able to use these bypass lanes. They need to move to these sections. There's not a clear path, but it should be able to go nonetheless. Maybe I'm missing something for sure. Change signal type. Okay, let's try that. Ah, I see. I need to put a block on this one to make sure it's forced to go that direction. There we go. Okay, so I thought it may have been the train line. It's actually the signal type. Stop signal. The train stops here when there's something on the track in front of it. Directional signal. This signal acts as a stop sign and prevents trains from traveling in the opposite direction. That's what we were looking for. Okay. Well, there was no need for me to cancel that, but okay. Learning curve continues, and that's, again, one important thing about these types of games, too, is that the game is always constantly kind of tricking you with what you might believe from a previous game. For example, here we've got this one going the wrong direction, so that'll be another problem, too, so we want to make a correction to that one. I wonder how I can make this one change. Is there a change I can do to this? Let's see. Remove signal is change direction. Oh, my bad. Okay, let's make it go this way. There we go. Yep, so one thing that can happen from other games is that every signal works differently in different games, and this one all you gotta do is left-click to make it a stop signal, or a directional signal as they call it. Okay, there we go. I thought that was automatic. Now we got it all set. Perfect. Now we can start making money from those, and all of our trains will be functioning up there. I believe we should make another one of these up at Carson City. We do need another bypass up there. There's a long stretch going that direction, and we probably should make it at the this thing, the supply tower. So we'll make a bypass here, and where do we need to put that? This is going to be on the left side, correct? Yes. So we'll need to put it on the left side of the tower. I wonder if we can do that, actually. I wonder if we can put it in. Let's do this. Let's see if we can make a bypass that goes under the... Oh, yeah, I think it'll... Oh, perfect. Excellent, and it expands our little service station, too. That's great. Okay, so now we're going to build our station signals. I've learned a lot about this game just through trial and error, too, so it's really awesome that, you know, you don't have to, like, restart if you goof up. I mean, it's just a game. It's not like we have to, like, abandon our company. That would be bad, wouldn't it? Just completely saying, well, I'm out. That would not be fun. Okay, so we should have our signals doing what we want now. Alright. So we're loading up here at San Francisco to Sacramento. Train cars are still being loaded on. And let's see what we got for our research. We got plenty of research, indeed. Let's see. We got these. The caboose is all unlocked. Let's get ourselves the Tyson 10-wheeler. For the very first time, Tyson combines the time-tested innovation. Let's see. Wide wheelbase makes it it's highly versatile. Very good. Alright, let's grab that one. And let's see if we can get ourselves the... oh, yeah, you know what? We can get better passenger service cars if we go down this route, which will get us more money from all the people we're supposed to transfer through these towns. So look at this. Really awesome so far. Takes a little while to get here, but we're doing it, man. The start of the gold rush is real. We are connected to Carson, and we now need to start making money off that gold, too. So let's see. We need to reach a population of 100,000. We're starting to increase it to 24. We're about a fourth of the way there with our freight cars, and we need to transport gold, passengers, and alcohol. That dankio. Wait a minute. Oh, by 1860, produce 200 loads of alcohol instead of transport. All right, so what we need to do then is we need to actually work on buying a brewery. So I think we can actually buy this at some point. We just need to, yes, buy industry. How much is that if we do that? Wow, 517,000. Well, before we even do that, let's start working on another train line to deliver grain to that. And that'll be a good asset to deliver to the beer brewery for the beer. Oh, there's also Kingman over here, I see. Wow, we can go to Kingman. And then, of course, the start of the... oh, wow, look at that. Milford. And then, of course, the Rockies over in this direction here. Interesting, isn't it? Really cool to see all that stuff. I wonder how far east we can go. Do we see Denver? I see Salt Lake City, Utah. That's about as far east it goes. Nampa, Baker City. And it looks like as far as Flagstaff, and Tucson. So the borders of Arizona there, and San Diego in the south. Yuma as well. Okay, let's continue on. Our trains are doing a really good job. I think we should probably have some more trains to deliver more passengers and goods. The passenger trains here, or the trains in general, are going to have more needs as they go on. And the more trains we have, the more congested everything will be. But we can actually buy another train now that we've figured out our signals. Look at that. That's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. That is just awesome. Now, of course, if we hire some more staff, too, we can get some bonuses. But we don't have any office personnel available at the moment. Oh, that'd be cool if we could rotate. Oh, wait. Was there a way to rotate at the engine shed? Oh, there is. Oh, that's so cool. Look at that. It actually rotates on the actual the wheel. That is so awesome. That's really cool. That's innovative right there. All right, so we're now loading up with mail cars and passenger services. We're going to have to buy another train. These trains are making so much money. And they're really needed for our next step. Oh, looks like we're not using all that meat. Maybe they're coming back because they don't need the meat. I'm not sure. All right, so there goes our passenger service from San Francisco up to Sacramento. And making more stops means we're making more money. And we just need to get some more trains. Okay, speaking of trains, let's build our... I want to build the brewery up here because we actually have 2 wheat farms here. And we can try to double our output at the brewery by delivering. And there's Los Angeles. I don't see any other breweries along the way other than up here at Shasta. So this is exactly where we have to build it. Or at least buy it. But first we have to supply it. Okay, let's build ourselves a... where's our cargo train coming in from? You know, we can have our cargo train deliver from over here. And possibly pass up over. That's a very long distance we'd have to go, though, isn't it? Our train line on the right side is prime for this. Let's do a little thinking. How do we make an elevated... is there a way to make an elevation? On purpose? Is there a way to raise the track? No. Let's see, what is this here? Flow of goods or train list. That's not anything we need. I want to be able to make a elevated train. I don't know if there's an option to do that. If I could build like an incline here and then up over. That kind of thing. That's kind of what I'm trying to do here. So it doesn't interrupt the flow of other traffic. Shasta's growing. Excellent. That's good news. And we need to get Carson City growing, too. Here comes another train from Carson City. Looks like passengers are leaving. I thought we were supposed to stop at Shasta on the way back. Uh-oh. Let's manage this train line, make sure we didn't miss it. San Francisco, Shasta, Carson City. Yeah, it just drove right through Shasta. It must be an express train or something? I don't know. Let's keep on playing. Good. All right, next thing is let's get that started there on the brewery, and we just need to continue to transport freight, so that's going to take care of itself. Transport 200 loads of gold. I don't know how that's going to work exactly. I think we need to actually transport that directly from Carson City to the Wells Fargo Bank in San Francisco. So I think the gold needs to directly go there, so Wells Fargo can take ownership of that. Which is an actual real-life bank for the United States. And they did have a history out west, which is why their stagecoach is their logo. Wow, that music, though. Holy crap, I feel like I'm in a high-speed chase now. All right, let's see. Well, I guess we'll connect here with our train line. There we go. All right, we want to go up that direction towards the wheat farm there. Man, this is a great game. This one I definitely got a live stream too. I'll definitely be doing this on the channel as well. Oh, wow, look at that deep groove. Oh, wow, and that incline though. All right, we got to really watch the incline. But it's not like I'm going to bypass and go all the way over there. All right, let's lower that incline down. There's really no good way around the mountain. Actually, wait a minute. What if we went north? Actually, yeah, let's cancel that line. Now that I think of it, we can split here. So we might be better off building it up here after all. Alright. So let's hug this other train line. And then we'll make our split somewhere around here. Though I just don't know how to build up over the train tracks. I want to build like an overpass or something so we can do this, but I don't know how we'll make a train crossing. Alright, let's continue to build then. Well, I guess what we'll have to do is we'll just have to have it break off and go the other direction once it reaches the other side of the mountain. So we'll just have to have them use the same train track for a little bit. Which I guess between here and Carson City isn't going to take up too much space. Alright, let's build back this way. Okay, so we do need to get across these two rivers before we split either left or right. Wow, look at that incline there. Jeez. Whoa, that's crazy. Wow, that's... Oh, it's all downhill. That's why. It doesn't look like there's any way to really avoid that here. We can try to swing back this way. Want to try not to go much over 10%. We do have an engineer now available, so we'll take a look at that in a second. 11% incline there. Oh, I don't know what we can do to avoid inclines. 10% is pretty good. Not ideal, but better. Weird 2 bridges there. That's gross. Let's redo that. I think we can do 13 with these modern trains. There we go. Alright, so now we should be able to build left and right here. So we'll swoop over this direction, although we're making a huge gash into the side of this mountain. Okay, well, we'll just keep it here. Not really much we can do. American Central Network expands! Alright, we've got over 1,000 miles of long track. Excellent. Alright, let's go back to the right. Oh boy, look at this. Why aren't we building tunnels at this point? I don't think we're able to build a tunnel. Though I don't know everything in the game yet, though. A lot of this is a learning experience, so that's good. Alright, actually, before we even build this here, let's build a station. And we will need to connect it. Oh, wow. We were just about ready to connect. Perfect. Alright, so that's one train station connected. And then we can build over here to the other farm. Small train station here. How do we... let's see here. Oh, wow. Collins Preserve. That's the name of this next grain farm, and we should be able to make a straight shot there. Yeah, I don't like the large gashes in the side of the mountain, but it is kind of somewhat realistic, somewhat, of what they would do on large mountain passes. So I wish we could be a little bit more finicky with it, but also, I mean, this is just going to happen no matter what. Look at that craziness. Look at that. That's insane how we built that like that. I just wish there was a way to, like, bulldoze all the... And in fact, if I were the railroad company, I'd probably want to push a lot of this back, because if there was a rock slide or something, that's goodbye to the train. So may as well spend a couple of $1,000s on getting workers to clear that now than on digging a train later. All right, let's go ahead and grab ourselves a new train line, and that will be from Collins Preserve to the Shasta, and then back to Lee Farm, back to Shasta, and there on and therefore. Okay, now the other thing we need to do is we need to build a signal here, though this is going to be a little tricky. I'm not sure exactly how to build this to stop the flow of traffic. So what we're going to do here is, yeah, we should be able to build it. I don't want to, well, let's see, hold on. This train on the right side, oh, it's going to use the same trains as the other ones. But that's okay, it'll go off to a bypass track. I want to use it this direction. Alright, that should work. I'm not sure. We'll have to keep an eye on that to find out exactly how that functions. We'll add a new locomotive. We'll add our Big O. We're going to put that on our new train line here. To Collins Preserve. So is this our... No, that shouldn't be it. Where's our Collins Preserve train? There goes one of our trains now. Looks like they're waiting for this next train to go, but I don't see where it is. Alright, let's manage those train lines. Train list, columns per... Oh, he is there. Oh, and he already started on the other side. Wonderful. But there's a problem. This train here is stopped. Because of the steep incline, the column preserve shaft runs at minimum speed along its route. Yep, so we're going to need to get a better train eventually, but, I mean, it was either go up the hill for a little bit here, or go all the way around the mountain there, which was pretty much the same thing since there's a river valley there. It's going to be a bad time, so that train's struggling. But that's all right, she should be able to get up to the supply tower that we will build for it eventually. Where's our other supply towers? Oh, we got one right up here. Oh, no, those are stations. There's another filling tower there. Okay, we'll build one along here. Can never have enough of those, I suppose. Alright, train's reaching to the top. She should be along soon. We can even ride some of these trains, too. So we'll figure out our problem with the signals here in a minute. I can see this train down here just not wanting to go to San Francisco. Should be able to use this track, though, on the right lane, since nobody's on this one. I'm gonna have to really figure out how to use these appropriately, or to make the directions correct. I'm not sure exactly how to do that. Remove signal, change signal direction, change signal type. Okay, maybe that works. Where's our train? Oh, she's moving now, finally. Okay. We might have to build a separate bypass for that one, but let's check out the train as we're crossing here. Oh, there we go. We can actually sit on the train. There we go. Oh, that's awesome. We just went over the bridge, and now we're heading in towards the station. Wow. We've definitely made a lot less progress than I thought we would, but it's all dependent on those trains. Oh, there we go. And it looks like the other train is waiting for it to clear. And then this one will come through onto this section here, and we'll deliver all the grain to the brewery. Now, before it gets here, let's buy the brewery. We should have enough for it. It's at the it's under private ownership for the price of $4.48. Good thing we didn't buy it before. It actually went down in price. It was at $5.17, so we just saved big. It's a Black Friday sale on breweries, and now we own it. So now we're going to be able to make that objective. All right, looks like we have plenty more research to do. So let's see, that will increase ticket passenger prices, and let's see, increases number of passengers in every city. Look at that. Wow, that is awesome. And Carson is growing. Very good. Let's take a look at our tasks. Carson, almost a fourth of the way there, and almost to our 200 freight cars as well. And also, we're almost at 5,000 passengers. We're also working on transporting the 200 loads of alcohol, or producing 200 loads of alcohol. And the gold, we got to get on that gold. We got to figure that one out right away. And then see if we can get that done before, let's see, 1860. So we have about 8 years left on that one. And there's our train going back to grab some more grain. All right, everyone, that is it for today's episode. I want to come back for some more Gold Rush on this one. So for those of you who love that Gold Rush game and thought it was this one, well, and they're kind of the same deal. So I will see you all next time. If you want to see me play more of this, again, remember, just hit that like button, share it with a friend. You must have somebody you'd want to convince to get this game and or possibly get it as a gift. If you loved Railroad Tycoon 3, this is your game. If you love Transport Fever, this is your game. If you love Train Fever, this is your game. Mashinki, this is your game. I love this game too. And you know what? You'd think it'd be all repetitive for these types of games, but they're gold, for lack of a better term. I'll see you all next time. Take care, and goodbye. Bye.